Terry, I just uploaded that picture of you with your eyes half closed. It's getting tons of likes.
Wait, what picture are you talking about?
You remember the one I said I was gonna post? The one where you were in the background and turned towards the camera at the last second? It looks like a crazy photo bomb. I think you actually look really good in it, to be honest.
Whoa, wait a sec. Why did you upload that without my permission?
Huh? I thought you said I could.
When did I say that?
When I took the photo the other day?
I don't remember saying anything about it.
I asked everyone if it was okay if I took some photos. I'm pretty sure you said it was fine.
I might have said that, yeah, but I didn't think you were going to upload them to the internet. I definitely don't remember saying that was okay.
I should be able to do what I want with my photos. If you're really worried about them not being posted, you should have said something before I took them.
You really should ask my permission. What if I had a stalker or something I didn't tell you about?
Whatever. You're being too sensitive. Anyway, they're my photos and it's my account. I'll do what I please. If you don't like it, you can sue me. I don't really see the problem anyway. You said it was okay to take the photos.
I mean, I guess. It still doesn't give you the right. You really should ask people before uploading stuff like that.
Come on, Terry. It's just a photo. And you know I make most of my money through my Insta. There's no way I'm going to pass up a chance to get some more followers. And if it goes viral, you'll be super famous. Maybe I'll even become a meme.
What if I don't want to become a meme?
I think it'd be pretty hilarious. I've had it happen before. It was super funny.
Wait, you were a meme?
Oh, not me. Some girl I took this photo of. She was passed out on the street. I think they called it Party Girl Pammy or something.
I remember that. That was you?
Yeah.
You know that girl got kicked out of school for that photo, right?
Why should I care?
Because it ruined her life?
Whatever. It was a great photo and the meme was even better. And it made my account take off. I got like 50,000 followers from that alone.
It's pretty awful to take a picture like that without someone's permission, especially when they're passed out. I'm pretty sure she could have sued you.
But she didn't. It's fine. I know all about my rights with photos and everything. I've talked to like 100 lawyers about it.
If you actually knew about it, you'd know you should have taken the photos down.
Absolutely no way.
At the very least, take down mine.
Why should I? What's with you, Terry? I didn't know you were so camera shy. Or are you just worried that your face is gonna look bad? Anyways, the photo's way too funny to take down. It's blowing up like crazy. I got like 20 likes this past hour alone.
You're being really unreasonable. I wasn't expecting to be doing a photo shoot in the middle of lunch. We were supposed to just be hanging out together.
Oh, come on, Terry. Stop acting like the victim here. I'll tag you next time I upload another photo of you. Wait, do you even have an Insta, Terry?
I do, but I don't really upload anything on it. I just use it to keep up with friends.
What's your account?
Just my name and my birthday.
I'll drop you a follow then. That way you can at least see how the photo's doing. I upload funny pics of all my friends, not just you. You can follow my account and like some of my photos. I'll take all the engagement I can get.
Hey, Terry, are you coming to book club today? Katie said you were dropping out of the club. Sorry, Nat. I really can't do it anymore. Why? I thought you were enjoying it. Are you too busy? I mean, it's complicated. I've been kind of busy with work lately and really don't have the time to read. I'm sorry I didn't tell you earlier. Wait, what work? I thought you were at home full-time. Oh, I started doing some part-time work during the day when the kids are at school. So, yeah, I really can't come. Why? We meet at night. No, something's up, I can tell. Come on, spill. Or at least give me a hint. Don't be like Mary. What do you mean like Mary? Oh, I guess you weren't in the club when Mary was? She was one of the founding members before you joined. But she just sort of disappeared one day. She stopped talking to all of us, actually. She used to be super good friends with Lacey and the other girls, but then she just kind of vanished. That's weird. Did you ever figure out what happened to her? Or why she left? No, not really. Maybe she just got busy with her kids. I know she had 3 who were all in middle school. Her kids were about the same age as mine. And they used to hang out together, but after Mary quit, they never really saw each other again. To be honest, I was kind of worried about them. Huh, that's strange. Our kids seem to get along well, though. Yours and mine? Yeah. Katie and Rebecca hang out a lot at school from what Katie tells me. Yeah, I'm just worried about Rebecca, really. She doesn't have a lot of friends, and I don't want anything to happen to you that might keep her from seeing Katie. I get that. I feel the same way. I don't know. It was just all so sudden. I wish I could figure out what happened. Maybe there was something I could have done. But that's why I'm asking. I just want to make sure nothing gets out of hand. Well, all right. It's Lacey. What about her? She took this photo of me where I look pretty bad and uploaded it to her Insta without my permission. I told her it was okay to take some photos, but I never told her she could upload them. She seems to think that she can do whatever she wants with them, and she says she's definitely not taking them down. That's definitely not cool. Maybe there are other ways to resolve this. Maybe report the photo? I don't think that'll work. Huh? Why? She'll probably just fight it. She's got a ton of followers and is verified. They'll probably take her side and keep it up. You really think so? Yeah, it just doesn't seem worth the fight. But I'd really rather not have it happen again. I thought it just made more sense for me to remove myself from the situation altogether, which means quitting book club. Yeah, I see what you mean. It does make me wonder. I wonder if Lacey had anything to do with Mary disappearing. I guess it's possible. Have you ever had an issue with her before? Not really, no. I wonder why it's just me then. I know she took a ton of unflattering photos all day, but for some reason she only uploaded the one of me. I'm not really sure. Though you do remind me a lot of Mary. You both look kind of similar, almost like sisters really. And you do have the same kind of personality too. She wasn't really the type to confront people about anything. Yeah, I guess I'm sort of like that too. Maybe she just thought you wouldn't say anything. She's probably right. I think I might be able to do something about this. Let me look into some stuff. I'll get back to you. Sure. Let me know if anything else happens. I finally found your Insta! Your photos are awful! And you really should change your profile photo. Maybe you should take a look at mine for some inspo. Have you been commenting on my photos? Huh? Yeah, why? You should be more careful about what you post online. I'm pretty sure you can get banned for posting stuff like that. Oh, come on! I was just trying to boost your engagement. They were just little jokes. Don't take it so seriously. I'd rather you just not comment at all. And now there's a ton of people on my account I don't know leaving weird comments. I was wondering if they had anything to do with you. What are you talking about? They have nothing to do with me. All I did was post. Maybe a few people found you through that. But I can't control what my followers say on your posts, let alone some randos. No one else knew about my account before you followed. They have to be people you sent. I was just trying to get you some engagement. Loosen up a bit. Insta is supposed to be fun. Maybe if you looked a bit happier in your photos, the comments would be a bit nicer. You should pay more attention to what you post. Thanks for the advice, I guess. If you're really worried about the people commenting, why not just tell them to stop? Do you really think that would work? I'm not sure random commenters are going to listen to me. If you tell them to stop, they'll feel bad and be way nicer. They'll apologize and it'll all be okay. I really doubt that. Trust me, I know all about this stuff. After all, which one of us has the check next to our name? Whoa! Was your son really in a car accident? He was. But wait, how did you find out? Natalie mentioned it during book club. She said you missed a PTA meeting. Oh yeah, I guess that was this week. I guess I was supposed to be taking minutes. Don't worry about that. I'm sure they took care of it. Your son was in a car accident. You have much more important things to worry about. By the way, how is he? The doctors say he's in a coma. It was a drunk driving incident. What? That's horrific. I have to say, Lacey, I'm a little surprised you're so worried about him. Why shouldn't I be? He's in serious condition. What hospital is he at? Our Lady of Grace General. Is there anything you need? I can go get it for you. Thanks, we're okay for now. You really don't need to worry.
It's no problem, really. I can't even imagine if something like that happened to me. Let me know if there's anything I can do, anything at all. Where are you, Terry?
Huh?
I came to visit.
Oh, I went down to the gift shop for some snacks.
Oh, I guess I'll just go home then.
Wait, didn't you come to visit my son?
Oh, I already saw him.
Wait, how?
Yeah, all I wanted was a quick photo. Not like I could really have a chat with him.
What are you talking about?
I took a little photo to remember the moment. He was out cold. I don't think I've ever seen anyone in a coma before in person. I just uploaded it to my Insta and tagged you. This is gonna get a ton of likes.
I can't believe you.
What?
That's why you wanted to come see him.
Why else? I'll never get another chance like this. My followers will eat this stuff up. I might even get to 5 million. My revenue will go through the roof. Thanks for the opportunity, babe.
This is just a cruel joke, right?
As if. Why would I joke about that?
This is really low, even for you. Taking a photo of my son while he's in a coma? What if it was your kid? How would you feel about it then?
I don't have any kids, yuck.
You're unbelievable.
Why should I care what you think? And what are you gonna do about it now? It's my photo. I can do what I want.
Take it down right now. If you don't...
Hey, Terry, what did you do? My account got banned all because of your stupid son. You owe me for all the lost revenue.
What?
I was making thousands off my Insta every month. And now because of that photo, I'm perma-banned from the app. You owe me.
I don't owe you anything.
What?
If anything, you should be the one paying me. I could sue you for triple of what you made off that account.
There's no way you'd win even if a judge would hear your case.
You really think so? You took a compromising photo of my son, a minor, and uploaded it without his or my permission while he was in a coma. And to boot, you insinuated I was the reason he was in the coma in the first place. I'm pretty sure a judge would be on my side.
Come on, Terry, it's a free country. And how do you know anything about the law? You're not a lawyer.
I might not be, but Natalie is.
What? Natalie? I thought she was a full-time mom.
She only takes a few cases here and there just to stay in the game. I've already talked to her and she'd be glad to take my case. She even agreed not to charge me unless I win, which means you'd be on the hook for her fees too. And she's not cheap. She normally represents corporate clients, so her rates are sky high.
Wait, are you really gonna sue me?
You betcha. I have plenty of reason to.
There is no way. You can't. If you sue me, I'm finished. If my husband finds out, he's gonna be so mad.
What do I care?
He'll divorce me. There's no way I can pay for a lawyer, let alone any fees. Let me fix this. I'll erase the photos the moment my account gets unbanned. I promise I'll make it right. I'll take them down and apologize. Please don't do this to me.
It's too late for that. And don't bother with trying to get your account back. I made sure your account would be blocked down for good.
Wait, how did you manage that?
Natalie contacted the company as a favor to me. They definitely didn't love receiving that takedown notice, but they complied right away. Apparently, it was enough to ban your account on that alone. But Natalie told me she added another request from a woman named Mary. She said you took some photos that made her look like she was cheating on her husband.
Wait, who's Mary?
Do you really not remember? The woman you used to know? She looks an awful lot like me. We could even be long-lost sisters. Natalie said she managed to get in contact with her. She agreed to join the suit in addition to adding her complaint to the takedown notice. She's not feeling very happy after your photos led to her and her husband getting divorced. Hope you can afford a good lawyer. You'll definitely need it.
There's absolutely no way. You're gonna ruin me.
Maybe you should have thought about that before. Oh, and I did a little digging into those followers of yours you sent after me. With a bit of encouragement from the police, I was able to get IPs for all those accounts from Insta. They all seem to come from the same computer. One that seems suspiciously close to where you live. Those were all you, weren't they?
You can't prove that.
People have gone to jail with less. I'm pretty sure this qualifies as cyberbullying. Luckily for you, it's probably not a criminal offense. But Natalie seems to think it helps her case at least. Though you doxing my son is more than enough. Do you know what happened after you posted that photo? I was swarmed with hate comments from people calling me an awful mother, accusing me of trying to murder my son. The press showed up at the hospital and hounded me for days. I was accused of driving drunk because of what you posted. If you had paid attention, you'd know it was the driver that hit us that was drunk.
What? But I thought you said...
Maybe you should have paid more attention. You're lucky Natalie stepped in when she did. I almost got fired from my job. If that had happened, we'd be asking you for lost wages too.
I'm so sorry, Terry. I never thought any of this would happen. Please don't do this to me. I'm gonna end up homeless.
I don't know what to say. You sowed these seeds. Now it's time to reap. After that, Lacey's life fell apart. She never got her account back, and her husband ended up divorcing her after she cleaned out their bank account with fees and payments. Terry and Mary won their case handily, and Lacey had to pay for everything, including more than enough to cover Terry's son's medical bills. Lacey had no choice but to sell her house and use the money she got in the divorce to pay off all her debts. The story was all over gossip sites and her face was all over social media. She had to move to a different state just to get away from all the media attention. Last she was heard from, she was cleaning rooms in a grimy hotel in Las Vegas. Due to all the attention, Terry managed to amass quite a following herself. Her and Natalie now have a super popular channel where they inform people about social media privacy and people's rights online. Maybe if Lacey had taken their advice before it was too late, she might have been spared from cleaning toilets for the rest of her life.
Hey, I'm going to be late coming home. Make sure you make some extra dinner for my parents too, by the way.
Wait, again? Are you serious? I just got off work and now you're telling me I have to make dinner for everyone again? I'm sorry, but I'm not making dinner for your parents again. Besides, all they did was complain about it yesterday. And why are you going to be home late?
Well, whose fault is that they complained? I mean, if they were just sharing their thoughts on the food, is that so bad? I guess if you don't want them to complain again this time, then you better get home earlier and make something tastier, huh?
Even so, you can't just spring all of this on me. I mean, I have a job too, you know. Do you really expect me to be able to take off work early whenever you need me to with an excuse like that?
I don't really think it's that big of a deal, to be honest.
But I don't get it. Why should I have to stop at your parents' house on the way back home to cook dinner for them again? They're both adults. They should be able to fend for themselves. I mean, your mom isn't even working anymore.
Is that any way to talk about my parents? What kind of wife are you?
George, you're changing the subject again. Look, I know that you told me that we were all going to be moving together next month and that I would have to get used to them, but I already told you that I'm really opposed to the idea.
Well, you'll just have to get over yourself and deal with it, won't you? My parents' house is far too old and it's falling apart. That is why we had to build a new one for all of us to live in. So like I said, we're going to be using your savings to pay for it all.
And another thing, I never agreed to that. That was something that the three of you decided without even bothering to talk to me first. You know that I've been saving up my money for when we have a kid. Do you know how expensive that's going to be for us? I mean, I know that you don't even bother putting away money to save, so someone in this family has to.
And so what if I don't? What's your point?
My point? What do you mean? That is my point. I mean, I never even wanted to build a brand new house for us and your parents to live in together. This whole thing has just been a conspiracy between you three to use my savings however you want.
Exactly. The three of us agreed, and that's why we took the next step of building the new house. And besides, we're all family, so it doesn't really matter who's paying for it. Besides, like you said, we don't have any kids to worry about right now anyways. And just think of how much easier our lives will be once we're all living under the same roof.
If it doesn't matter who pays, then why are you three trying to use my savings and asking me to take out loans to pay for it all?
Well, you make more money than all of us. The chances of us getting approved for the loan are way better if you are the one taking it out.
Be that as it may, I still don't see why I should have to pay for everything when I never wanted to do this in the first place. It isn't fair. You've put me in a position that I really don't want to be in.
Well then, let us make the decisions for you, okay? You just keep working and earning money. That is all that you should be worrying about right now.
Is that all I am going to be once we're living together? A walking, talking ATM for you to all use whenever you please? And how am I supposed to keep up the energy for work when you're also expecting me to cook dinner for everyone every single night? You always get so upset whenever I come late and dinner isn't ready yet.
Well, that really isn't any of my business. If you have a problem with cooking for everyone every night, then why don't you take that up with my mom, huh?
How can you say that this is none of your business? I'm your wife, and these are your parents that we're talking about here.
Yeah, you are my wife, so it is your job to take care of my parents. It's that simple. And if you don't pay for the house, then how are we supposed to live there?
That's it. I've reached my limit. I can't do this anymore.
What are you talking about? Why do you always have to try and make things about you, huh? That's fine. If you don't want to live with us, then just go. See if anyone will care. Just make sure you pay the mortgage. Got it? Okay, Linda, don't you think you've taken this a bit far? When are you going to finally come home?
I'm not planning on coming home, George.
What do you mean? My parents already moved out of their place last weekend. I don't really think Mom is buying my story about you always being away on a business trip anymore. She must know that something is up by now. So can you please just hurry up and come home already?
George, what are you talking about? I'm never going back to that house. I never want to see you or your family ever again.
What do you mean? How can you say that? I am basically telling you that it is okay for you to come home now. How can you be acting like this? Besides, honestly, what are you going to do? Just live away from us forever? What's your plan here?
My plan is to divorce you, if that wasn't already clear.
Is that supposed to be some kind of joke, Lynn?
Nope. No joke, George.
Oh, and by the way, yesterday I got a weird phone call from the bank. They said that they hadn't received this month's payment on the house. Did you forget or something? Either way, hurry up and pay that too.
Excuse me? No, I'm not paying for that house. Why would I even do that anyways? It's not like I live there.
What do you mean? You're not going to pay anymore? Are you really so selfish?
You think that's me being selfish? I never even agreed to pay for that house in the first place. You and your parents just put my name forward when applying for the loan. You made it so I would be the only one paying for all of this. You were all just using me to build a house that I didn't even want to live in the first place.
What is that supposed to mean? We didn't use you. It's your house too, remember?
Because I wasn't given any other choice. But now, I don't live there, and I never will.
But we all agreed that you would pay off the loan for the house. Now hurry up and pay what you owe for this month.
No thanks. Pay it yourself.
Wait, what do you mean?
I mean, you can't just sign up for loans in my name. I never agreed to pay for anything in the first place, and I'm not responsible for your loans. I've also hired a lawyer who is helping me through all this. By the way, did you get the divorce papers that I sent you?
Huh? What divorce papers are you talking about?
My lawyer also told me that he has tried to call you, but you never seem to answer his calls. You know that things aren't going to go well for you just by ignoring him, right?
What are you even talking about right now, Lynn? I thought you just ran off.
Ran off? I'm not some runaway kid, George. Besides, I tried to explain to you that I didn't want to pay for the house or live with your parents, but you just ignored me. Well, now I feel like you've left me with no choice but to seek a divorce.
But I thought that you were just complaining to let off some steam. I didn't think that you would ever divorce me over something like this.
And why shouldn't I? Huh?
Why? Well, because we just bought this place, right? And we're paying for it using your savings. What do you have to gain by divorcing me now? And more importantly, what is going to happen to the house if you won't pay?
I think that you three are going to have to talk to a lawyer of your own and try and figure out how to explain why you took a loan out in my name without my permission.
You're my wife. I don't need your permission.
We'll see.
Yeah, we will. Now, what about this mortgage?
Well, obviously, you will have to pay it. I certainly have no intention of helping you out there.
But you can't just walk away from something like this.
Okay then. What if you ask the woman you've been cheating on me with to help pay for it?
What woman? What are you talking about?
Oh, please, George. I know all about her. Don't play stupid with me. I've known for a while now, actually, and I even have proof of your little affair. I've already presented it to my lawyer, who's going to incorporate it into the divorce.
Wait, hold on for just a second. I thought the lawyer was for the house, not the divorce.
He's licensed to practice in a few fields, actually. That is why it was taking him some time to cross all of the T's and dot all the I's. But now that a month has passed, he seems to have everything in order. So I will not be paying a penny of the mortgage. In fact, I'm going to be suing you for the down payment that I was made to pay against my will.
What? You can't do something like that. Can you?
Do you really want to try and find out? I mean, everything you did was clearly illegal. And then add on how you cheated on me, and I think that will seal the case. It was like you trying to push me to my breaking point.
But why didn't you ever talk to me about this before? We could have figured something out. Don't you think you're acting a bit rashly right now? I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Before I left the house, I did my best to try and explain everything to you. But you just sat there at the kitchen table playing with your phone while I was there with my suitcases already packed.
No, please. Look, I'm sorry. I wasn't listening. I didn't know you were being serious. I just thought you were just complaining, like how you always do. I shouldn't have done that, so please. Can't you just give me one more chance?
I already told you that I'm never going to live in that house. I have already set the wheels in motion of our divorce, so from now on, anything you have to say to me, you can say to my lawyer instead.
But I still don't understand how you could just throw away a whole marriage over this.
What do you mean? I literally have been trying to explain to you what I am doing for this entire conversation. Reread our texts. If you really can't get it by then I don't know how to help you. Anyways, I guess you had better start scraping some money together for the mortgage, huh?
What are you talking about? You and I both know that I don't have that kind of money.
I guess you've really bitten off more than you can chew, huh? We both have jobs, so why do you think it is that you don't have as much money as me?
Because I like to hang out with my friends, and we also end up spending too much.
Are you sure it's not because you were spending all of your money on your little mistress?
Okay, I'll be honest. Some of the money went to her, but there were plenty of other things too.
And so that is why you thought it was okay to try and make me pay for this house that I don't even live in? If you don't have the money yourself, then try borrowing some from your parents.
But my parents don't have any money either. They're already swimming in debt.
Debt? What do you mean?
I mean just that. They sunk so much money into trying to improve their old house. That is why I thought it would just be better for them if they lived in a new house together with us. But now that whole plan is ruined because you decided to run away.
You mean the plan that you never once consulted me about? Or listened to what I had to say after you already started building the house? You had a lot of nerve trying to make me fund your family's little dream house against my will. I'm glad I left when I did. Having to feed 3 parasites at once really would have been torture for me.
How can you say something like that about your own husband and his family? We're supposed to stick by each other through thick and thin, aren't we?
What are you babbling about, George? You want me to stick by my cheating husband and his leech parents? Why would I ever want to do that?
I think you're focusing on this affair thing way too much, Lynn.
Oh, really? So you think I should just overlook you taking advantage of this poor intern you sunk your claws into?
How did you know that she worked at the same company as me?
I told you that I know all about her. I'm planning on taking you to the cleaners in alimony, so I had to have my facts straight.
Please, you can't do this to me. Let's all just calm down and talk this out. My family needs you. I need you, Lynn. Think back to when we got married. We were such a happy couple.
Maybe, but now we're not, and that is what matters.
Oh, come on. I'm really trying hard here. Are you really just going to toss us all aside like this?
Yes. Have I not made that clear enough for you? I never, ever want anything to do with you or your family ever again. Is that clear enough?
You don't know what you're saying. You're just upset.
You're right. I am upset, and this is going to help. Anyways, you can talk to my lawyer. I'm over this whole thing.
Please, Lynn, don't do this to us.
It's too late, George. Maybe you can think about what you've done while you work to pay off your new home. George honestly thought that he would be able to convince Linda to come back home, but Linda had much different ideas. After that, the only person George could talk to with any connection to Linda was her lawyer. The lawyer only had 2 topics to talk about, though: divorce or lawsuit. George tried to turn to his girlfriend for comfort, but she fled from him and his company as soon as she could. As for George's parents, they never had any intention of paying the mortgage and continue to live a life of bleeding their son dry to this day. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Hey, Anne. Guess what? Actually, you're not going to believe this. I'm getting married! I'm finally going to get married. Hi, Ray. That's fantastic news. Congratulations on your engagement. Thank you so much. This is so exciting. I wanted you to be the first one to know, so you're the only one I've told so far. We're the only 2 in our friends group that aren't married yet. I think we bonded very well over that fact. Yeah, I think we got along very well. Everyone in our group kept getting married one after another. That one year, we had 2 weddings to go to in the same week. But I'm so happy for you. You're getting married! When we met up for lunch last month, you said you didn't have a boyfriend then. So you met someone after that lunch? Then he proposed after a month? It's super sudden, but I guess when you know, you know. Actually, I did have a boyfriend then. It just didn't feel right to say at the time. My boyfriend Ted said that he knew he was going to marry me after our second date, but he wanted to wait until we'd been going out for 6 months before proposing. He was trying to be considerate of me and didn't want to scare me off. That silly goose. He's so generous and so loving. Oh, wow. Sounds like you found a keeper. He is so incredibly good to me. Sorry for keeping it a secret from you, though. I hope there aren't any hard feelings because of it. I didn't want to tell you because I didn't want you to feel left out. To be honest, I was afraid that you'd be angry at me for betraying you. I would have hated for something like that to ruin our lunch together. That's why I've kept quiet about my relationship all this time. Of course I wouldn't be angry about that. I would have been so happy for you that day, too. We could have celebrated, too. Now I wish you told me. We could have gotten a glass of wine and toasted. Oh, thanks for saying that. That makes me really happy and really relieved. When we're planning to have our ceremony sometime soon. Of course you'll be invited. Please tell me that you're going to come to my wedding. Yeah, I'll definitely be there. We're going to go all out celebrating your big day. Thank you so much. I have big plans for my wedding. I'm going to invite 500 people and everything is going to be so gorgeous. It's going to be so perfect and everyone will be talking about it for years to come. I went to so many weddings already, so I know what I want. I've been to everyone's wedding, so they better come to mine. They owe me for all I've done for them on their day, so it's time for them to return the favors. I'm not really sure that's the right way to put it. I don't think they owe us anything. We had a pretty good time at each other's weddings, too. But I also paid a lot for their weddings, and gifts, and travel, and dresses. The least they can do is do the same for my wedding. It's only fair. Oh, that reminds me, I have a favor to ask you. Will you be a bridesmaid? I can't think of anyone I would want more with me that day. You'll need to give a speech, but that's about it. You're one of the people that I've known the longest, so I just have to have you in my bridal party. Oh my goodness. I can be a part of the bridal party? It's such an honor that you'd ask me. I can definitely give a speech. I can't wait to see what your invitation looks like. I'm really looking forward to your wedding. It's going to be so much fun. Of course you are. Everyone will be. My wedding is going to be quite the spectacle. No one is going to want to miss out on it. Hi, Anne. How are you doing? We haven't talked in so long. Serena, hi. Yeah, it has been a while. I've been doing okay, thank you. And yourself? I heard that you have a baby now. Let me tell you, ever since I came home from the hospital, it's been non-stop baby things. Having my first pregnancy end up being twins has been really tough on me. I'm exhausted every day. Oh wow, you had twins? Congratulations! That does sound really tough. I hope that it starts to get easier for you. Was there something that you wanted to talk about with me? It sounds like you've got your hands pretty full. Is there anything I can help you with? Yes, I actually do have something to talk to you about. It's about Ray's wedding. You know her really well, don't you? You two always seemed like you were the closest in our group. Yeah, you can say that. We were both single, so we were able to meet up more often than you other ladies. Why do you ask? Well, she and I got into a really big argument. Ray seems like a totally different person now, so that's why I decided to message you. What? You and Ray got into a fight? But I've never seen you angry before or even raised your voice at someone. If you don't mind me asking, what happened between you two? Yeah, I'm planning on telling you everything anyway. The argument was about her wedding invitation. As I told you, I just had my twins, so I was thinking it was going to be difficult for me to go and be there for the whole thing. But then she said that my babies aren't welcome because it's a child-free wedding. So now I definitely won't be able to go, and I told her that. After I RSVP'd that I wasn't attending, she called me and yelled at me. She was shouting something about how I was happy to accept other people's wedding gifts, but stingy when the shoe was on the other foot. Oh, wow, that is quite a thing. I tried to explain to her my situation, but she didn't want to hear it. I was gonna send her a wedding present as an apology for not being able to make it. But then she said that she wanted to be handed the gifts personally. Then she went on to say that she wants everyone attending to pay at least $300 per person, and all gifts need to be from the registry. I looked at her registry, and it's all high-end brands. No way! I haven't looked at the bridal registry yet. Did she really say that she was expecting a minimum of $300 on top of an expensive present? That's certainly something. Yeah, she did. I was so surprised and shocked that I ended up raising my voice without even realizing it. I'm pretty sure I scared the babies when I did that. Then I went around and asked other people about it. They all said they had a similar conversation with Ray. She really is expecting people to pay a minimum fee of $300 to attend her wedding. Wow! I've never heard of anything like that. Even if I put the money issue aside, it's hard for the parents in our group to go. We can't bring our children. And my babies are still too young to leave with a sitter. Apparently, everyone has tried to explain this to Ray, but she hasn't changed her mind. Ray even told Nancy that she's going to cut her off if she doesn't show up. That's why I wanted to contact you. I thought maybe you'd know why she's making all these demands. I didn't think that she was this much of a materialist person. With the way she was talking before, it's starting to sound just like her. Well, I don't think there is a cause or a real reason. I think she just wants a really lavish wedding. She's really excited and happy to be getting married. I guess she wants everyone to be a part of her special day. She's been to all the weddings in her group and has taken note of all the things that she liked. She's trying to plan the perfect wedding, and that'll probably cost her a lot of money. And I guess the stress of planning such a big event is getting to her, and she's turning into a bit of a bridezilla. That is understandable. Planning a wedding certainly isn't easy, but attending them is very fun. I don't like to admit it, but I was probably something of a bridezilla myself. It was a lot of pressure, too. I'm glad you can empathize with Ray, but charging for the wedding is going more than a bit overboard, I think. Plus, on-brand goods on the registry? I'll talk to Ray about it and see what she says. No, I think it's okay. You don't have to do that. I'm scared that it'll just ruin the celebration. I'll talk to the others and we'll try our best to make it to the wedding one way or another. Really? Are you sure that everyone will be okay with Ray's terms? But you guys have children to take care of. We'll do our best to try to arrange something. We can make it to the ceremony, but I don't think going to the reception will be possible. I think we'll have to leave after the ceremony. At most, we can stay for some pictures, but I don't think we can leave the children for that long. Yeah, I understand that you guys can't stay that long. I'll be happy to see everyone together again. We haven't gotten all together in ages. I can't wait to talk and catch up with everyone. But I don't want you guys to stress too much about coming. I want everyone to have fun too. Yeah, that's true. Thank you. So, I guess the next time I see you will be at the ceremony. I guess so too. Give hugs and kisses to your twins for me. Oh my goodness, Ray, I'm so sorry. I don't think I can go to your wedding tomorrow. I know this is super last minute, but it's out of my hands. I won't be able to make it.
What the hell are you saying? You can't pull out at the last minute.
Yeah, I know it's a big problem, but I was in a car accident this morning. My injuries aren't life-threatening, but I'm in the hospital now. They're going to keep me here at least overnight for observation. I'm not even sure when they'll be discharging me. I just can't be at your wedding tomorrow. I'm really sorry. I really, really want to go.
You're sorry. That's it? Do you have any idea how much trouble you've just caused me? The ceremony was planned down to the very minute. Now there's going to be a blank spot where you're supposed to do your speech.
Well, I was thinking I could get Marissa to read it for me. She's always been such a good speaker. I think she'll be able to do it justice. If it's okay with you, I can ask her right away.
Oh yeah? You think that fixes things? It doesn't. You can't just randomly ask someone without consulting me.
I haven't asked her yet or anything. It was just an idea.
All the people in the parties were handpicked. Not just anyone can do it. I asked you to do the speech and the flowers. Having someone else do it will ruin the aesthetic. Oh my god. Now the bridesmaids and the groomsmen are going to be uneven. Like I need more things on my plate right now. I'm so disappointed. Ugh, I don't need you to do anything for me anymore. I'll find someone to replace you. You've been officially uninvited to my wedding.
Oh gosh, I didn't know it was going to cause you this much trouble.
Anyone who misses out on my wedding is no longer my friend. So if you're really not coming to my wedding, then from tomorrow on, we're not friends anymore.
What? That's crazy.
That's how mad I am at you. You tried to sabotage my wedding. I'm not going to let you off that easily. I can't believe you'd miss your friend's wedding. Some friend you are. Do you know what? I'm glad you're in the hospital, or else I would have put you there myself. I hope you stay there and never get out. I'm going to have a great wedding whether you're there or not. Oh my god, Anne, can you come to the wedding right now? The girl I asked to replace you isn't here. She's nowhere to be found.
What? The girl you got to replace me is nowhere to be found. All our friends are there. I'm sure one of them will be able to find her. Even if she isn't, you can ask someone else. You invited a lot of people. Yeah, there
there's a lot of people, but they weren't invited to the bridal party for a reason. I can't just ask anyone. They have to be perfect. All the other people are either too fat, too ugly, or both to get up on the stage and do the speech. I have videographers filming in 4K. I don't want someone who isn't up to my standards to be in an important part of my wedding video. I paid a lot of money for perfection, and that's what I should get.
Wow, that's really something.
All the girls let themselves go after they got married and had kids. A woman shouldn't do that. Their makeup and their dresses are all hideous.
Ease up, will you? Besides, what about Nancy? I told you I think she'd be great.
Are you even reading what I wrote? Have you seen Nancy recently? She looks like she found her doppelganger somewhere and then ate it. That's why you need to come. You're the only one that's good enough to be a part of my wedding. You've taken such good care of yourself because you're still single. You're not fat or too thin, and your makeup is always on point. You got everything. I wouldn't be embarrassed at all to have you in my wedding video, even in HD 4K. I won't be able to see your pores. So please, come to the wedding venue right now. I also need you at the ceremony. I need you to walk down the aisle as one of my bridesmaids.
Whoa, wait right there. How dare you talk like that? Those are your friends. How could you insult them behind their backs?
Don't get all huffy with me. I'm just telling it like it is. Take Serena, for example. She hasn't lost any of the baby weight at all. She still looks like she's pregnant. She's so fat that she looks like a whale.
Oh my God, I can't believe you said that. You have no idea what it's like to give birth to twins. I just had an accident, not like you even care in the first place. There's no way I can even stand, let alone walk down any aisle. Even if I could go to your wedding, there's no way in hell I would at this point.
Stop being a baby. Her accident was yesterday. You probably stopped bleeding already. I hired a really good makeup artist. She'll be able to cover up all your little scratches. Just grow up and say that you'll come.
What the hell? You think all I got are minor scratches that could just be covered up. You have no idea how much blood I've lost or how much pain I'm in right now. You never even asked how I was doing.
Yeah, I didn't ask because you were right. I don't care. I don't need to know what happened to you. Shut up and get your butt over here now. All I know is that you want to come and you feel so bad that you think you're gonna miss it. But I'm telling you that you don't have to miss my wedding. Wait, I get it now. The accident thing is just a story that you made up. You weren't in an accident. You're just jealous that I'm getting married before you. That's why you're trying this hard to ruin my day.
You're delusional.
Do you know what a real friend would do? They'd show up like they promised, no matter what happened to them. They wouldn't be making up stories about how they can't make it at the last minute. Even if they did get injured, they'd show up to celebrate their friend's wedding because that's what a true friend does. But you have proven that you're not a real friend and that you're jealous of me.
I would never lie to you or to anyone. You better think before you talk again, or else you will be the one to regret it. I get that you're very stressed and under a lot of pressure, but there's only so much abuse that I and everyone else will take. Don't say I didn't warn you when you've left with nobody standing by your side.
Ha! That's rich coming from you. I'm getting married. You're not. I'll always have my husband by my side. And you know what it's like to plan the wedding of a century? Don't make me laugh. You're never gonna do what I did. You're the only one that isn't married, and you'll never get married.
You take that back right now.
I don't have time to argue with you. I need to marry the love of my life. I just need you to be quiet and come here now. Do your duty like you promised. Just shut your mouth, walk down the aisle, and give the speech at the reception. It's really not that hard. If you don't, then we're done. Nothing will be able to bring our friendship back.
Fine, I'll go.
See? Was that so hard? Now get here immediately.
I'll be there, but don't blame me for whatever happens after I get there. It's not going to be my fault if I bleed all over the place or get blood on your pure white gown.
What? You mean you're really bleeding? It wasn't just an excuse.
I'll go to the venue right now and crawl in on my hands and knees. I'll leave a trail of blood behind me and I'll touch everything with my bloody hands.
Whatever, stop being so dramatic. What the hell did you do? My wedding has been ruined.
You're the one that told me to come. You're the one that refused to let me rest and heal in peace. You ruined your own wedding. Calling you a bridezilla would be too nice. You're just a monster to your very core.
How dare you say that to me? Yeah, I did tell you to come, but not like that. Who comes to a wedding with an IV thing hanging from their arm, blood-soaked bandages, and a leg in a cast? You look like you belonged in a zombie movie, not a wedding.
I told you exactly what was going to happen, but you refused to believe me. I'm not at fault, and the only one you can blame is yourself. You need to be grateful that I got myself down that aisle. I still have the speech to do, but don't you worry. I'll do that part very well at the reception.
What the hell? You think I'm gonna let you step foot into my reception? Your little performance already caused a ruckus during the ceremony. Everyone couldn't take their eyes off of you. You stole my thunder.
Yep, I sure did. And I enjoyed every last second of the stares that I got. All the kids that came to the ceremony cried when they took one look at me. I'm sure your videographer caught all of that. You can play it back over and over again later.
Why are you acting like this? You're happy that you made children cry? This has to be a part of your plan. You got all the girls to get me to change my mind about allowing children to attend. Then you show up dressed the way you did because you wanted the children to cry because you knew I was filming my wedding.
I was just doing what you told me. You wouldn't listen to what I said. There were actually quite a lot of cameramen there too. That surprised me.
Of course there were. I hired an entire crew of photographers and videographers to capture every moment and angle to my perfect wedding. I was going to sell my wedding pictures to a wedding magazine. The whole country would have been able to fawn over my pictures. But now that plan's been ruined because you showed up like a hot mess.
Well, it's a moment that no one is ever going to forget. Is that what you wanted as well? The crying children practically drowned out the music you were playing and when you were saying your vows. I'm actually very surprised that so many children were there. There was at least one in every row. But this is just the first act in this performance. I still need to do my speech at the reception.
Of course there were a lot of children. All the girls in our friends group have children, and since I've allowed them to bring children, I had to let everyone bring children. It was like I opened a floodgate of children. I should have stuck with my original plan of no kids.
Right. So many people are busy taking care of their children and took the time out to go to your wedding. Most of them wouldn't have been able to find babysitters if I didn't get you to change your mind about the no children rule. Everyone was trying hard to stop their crying children, but as soon as one child stopped, another child would start crying again, and that set them all off again.
See? I knew having children there would be a bad idea. They make such a fuss over nothing. This is all your fault.
I told you exactly how I would look, but you didn't want to believe me. You told me to suck it up and get my butt there.
What the hell is with your attitude? How dare you ruin my ceremony? I'm gonna make you pay for the videographer's fees. You owe me that much at the very least because my video will mostly be the sound of children crying. You're so horrible.
You can call me whatever name you want. I'm used to you calling me names. It shouldn't affect me at all, so call me whatever makes you feel better.
Whatever. I can't deal with you right now. Just shut up and go back to the hospital already.
But what about my speech?
Don't you dare even think about a speech. I told you to stay away. You're not coming to the reception. I can still salvage the day if I have a good reception.
Oh, really? I put so much effort into my speech, though. By the way, are you sure you can afford to lose any more guests at this point?
What are you talking about? I have more than enough guests.
That's not what I heard. A lot of people won't be going to the reception because they have to take their children home.
What? But I said that children could come.
Yeah, but you didn't take into account that the day would be too long and exhausting for children.
So, then the parents can drop off their children and come to the reception.
They can't leave the children by themselves. Who's going to look after them?
That's not my problem. They need to figure that out themselves.
Yeah, and they did figure it out. Most of them are just attending the ceremony and leaving after.
You're wrong. They all RSVP'd for both.
Did they? Did you read each card that you got back? Did you bother reading them?
I booked a hall for 300 people. That's how many cards I got. I didn't read them. I assumed everyone was coming because I told them they had to.
Told them. More like you threatened them like you did with me. They did say that they were coming, but only to the ceremony. That was their way of appeasing you. They all have families to take care of. Some of them have young babies. They can't stay out late doing weddings anymore.
But what about me and my day? Don't I deserve a day to just celebrate me and my husband? I just wanted us to all go back to the way things were.
You need to grow up and stop thinking about the past. We are all so happy that you were able to find a man that you love. I understand that you wanted your turn and you wanted to have everyone celebrate your wedding like you did theirs. But things are different. Everyone has other priorities.
It's only for one night, one day that's mine. But you ruined it. You all ruined it. I won't be able to watch the video now or even look at the photos. You did this. This is all on you. You're going to pay. You're the worst person in the world. You're not my friend anymore.
I'm okay with that. I'll get over it. If you don't want me at the reception, then I won't come. I showed up like you wanted me to, so I've done my part. I don't owe you a damn thing anymore, and I'm fine with ending our friendship. You've proven to be a bad friend anyway.
I'm the bad friend after the stunt you pulled.
I don't want to argue with you anymore. We're through here. You can just pretend like I don't exist. Do me a favor and lose this number because I don't want you to contact me again. Hope you have a good married life. Hey, Anne, are you okay? Sorry to say, but your wounds looked really bad. I heard you got into an accident and thought you weren't going to come. I was so surprised when you showed up. You must have been in so much pain, but all I saw on your face was determination. Hey, Serena, yeah, I'm fine. Thank you for asking. My wounds actually look worse than they actually are. I was on very strong painkillers, so it helped. By the way, I want to apologize for looking so rough. I hope I didn't shock or traumatize your children too badly. Oh, we're totally fine. We were all more worried about you. Actually, you helped us out. What? How did I manage to do that? Well, since the children were crying their eyes out for most of the ceremony, they practically tired themselves out. By the time we got home, they were ready for bed. Usually it takes hours of coaxing and playing to put the children to sleep, but yesterday it was super easy. After a bit of dinner and a bath, they couldn't keep their eyes open and slept until 7 this morning. My husband and I had our first good night's rest in God knows how long. It was also the perfect excuse to not go to the reception if Ray asked. We were all afraid that Ray would drag us to the reception, but she was so mad and fixated on you that we were able to escape. Oh, so you're welcome then, I guess. For sure. You are a hero in my eyes. My husband will be going on a business trip soon, so it'll just be me and the kids. This one night of full rest is all I need to be able to power through doing everything myself. Also, I don't know if it's right for me to say this, but I almost wanted to laugh when I saw all those children crying. They were all crying in unison and then in rounds. It was just so funny to me. I don't really understand, but as long as you're not mad that I made the children cry, then I'm good. I was worried and felt bad for all the parents. Don't worry. All the parents that were there are grateful to you. They all told me so. We're also going to use this experience as a disciplinary tool. If they ever do something bad, we're going to say the zombie will come. It's going to be easy to parent them for a while, so thank you so much. I'll just take it as a good thing coming from a bad situation. The hospital was really reluctant to let me go looking like that, but they don't have the authority to keep me in the hospital. I bet. It must have been a lot of paperwork, though. When you're feeling up to it, please come over to my house. I'm gonna make you dinner. It's the least I can do after you helped us yesterday. And I also need you to properly meet the children. We weren't able to talk to you during the ceremony. Yeah, that sounds great. I'd love to come over and meet them. I'll message you once I'm better. It's a promise. We're all waiting for you. Oh, the kids are fussing again. I need to go see what they need. Take care and get well soon, Anne.
Hey, Anne, can we talk? Everyone is hating on me so much right now. They all want to stop being friends with me. I've been blocked or my messages have all gone unanswered. Some even told me to my face. And Sarah, she came and shoved money in my face and said, "This is what I owe you for coming to my wedding." Then she left.
Have you forgotten? I'm also one of the people that told you that we're not friends anymore. I told you to never contact me again.
Oh, don't say that to me, especially not now. I need someone to talk to right now. I just wanted people to celebrate my day. You of all people should understand that. We've been to so many together and I just wanted the same thing. I spent so much money on each and every wedding. I just wanted them to do the same. Was that really too much to ask? Like, what did I do wrong?
I do understand where you're coming from, but you took it too far. Wedding celebrations aren't about money. It's about gathering all the people you want to be there to witness and celebrate your union. Charging people to attend was way out there, and yet they still came because you were their friend. But then even that wasn't good enough for you. It had to be just like when we were younger. But situations have changed for everyone. They have families and other responsibilities now. You can't hold that against them. A bit of understanding for that would have made a big difference. However, after seeing this behavior from you about your wedding and the comments you made, we all saw something we couldn't accept. You didn't see us as friends or even humans. We were just bodies occupying spaces, paying for a party to just celebrate you. Everyone heard what you said about them, and everyone thought what you said was inexcusable. No one wants to be your friend anymore.
That's not fair! You're all being so hard on me. My parents and Ted said the same thing. No one is willing to see it from my side. You're all against me.
Oh, even your husband said the same thing.
Yeah, he did. I thought he at least would be on my side. After all, I did this for our wedding. But he keeps attacking me and saying that it's my fault. He even threatened to annul our marriage.
Whoa, that's serious. The ink is barely even dried on your marriage license.
He yelled at me when he found out that I forced some people to come. He was also upset that I was telling people to bring money. He called me greedy and blind. He said he wasn't sure if he made the right choice in marrying me. He's thinking of leaving me. I honestly don't know what to do.
Oh my goodness. That sounds very serious.
Could you please talk to him for me? Could you tell him that I'm really not a bad person? No one else will do it. Please, you're the only one that can help me. My marriage is at stake here. You have to help.
I barely even know him, so I don't think what I say will change his mind. It's just too bad that I don't even want to try and help you.
What? Why not?
This just shows that you haven't understood a single word I said. We're not friends anymore. I don't owe you anything, so I'm not going to do anything that you asked me to do. I don't have time for you anyway. It's time for me to change my bandages. Good luck with your marriage. After our conversation, Ray tried her best to convince her husband to stay in the marriage, but she was unsuccessful. Ted wasn't able to get an annulment, so he filed for divorce right away. Unfortunately for both parties, though, they found out that Ray was pregnant. Ted will take full responsibility for the baby, but doesn't want anything to do with Ray. Ray had to move out of the house she was sharing with her now ex-husband and move back in with her parents. Her pregnancy symptoms were so hard on her, she could no longer work. It seems that for the time being, she has to be a stay-at-home mom relying on her own parents. Through all this hardship, not a single person in our group reached out to her, including me. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos.
Lucy! Oh, Lucy!
Yes, Mindy? What can I do for you?
I'm gonna take the day off today. Thanks!
Today? Again?
Yeah. So if you could get the other guys to take over my tasks for today, that would be great. Thanks!
Mindy, sorry, but do you have a minute to text now? I would speak to you in person, but as I'm out, texting will have to do.
Sure. What's up?
Right. First of all, I'd like you to speak in a more formal tone to myself and everyone else on the team. Try to be a bit more professional, please. You're in a business setting after all.
Uh-huh. Gotcha.
Okay. And second of all, I believe you have run out of paid vacations now. If you recall, we spoke about this last week when you submitted your request last time.
Oh, what? You mean I don't have any more paid vacations that I can take this year?
Yes, that's right. So if you'd like to take the day off today and going forward for the rest of the year, unfortunately, it would go unpaid. I'm happy to approve your request if this is understood.
Oh, wow. Have I really used up all of my paid vacations up already, though? Are you sure about this?
Yes, I confirmed it with HR.
Bummer. Then can't you do something about it, Lucy? Like, give me extra days?
Give you extra paid vacations?
Yeah, like 10 extra paid vacations. Pretty please.
I'm sorry, but that's an absurd request, and I certainly cannot do that for you. I don't have the authority to do that, and that would be going against company regulations.
But can't you still try? Please?
The company rule states that every employee is allocated 20 paid days off each year. Once you've used them up and you still wish to take days off, they will simply go unpaid. It's stated in your contract, Mindy. Please have a look at the clause written in your contract when you have time.
Oh, that's not cute at all.
Excuse me?
Oh, that's a lingo you wouldn't understand. I'm just saying this sucks.
I understand. Sorry to hear that.
Lucy, are you just being mean to me?
I'm sorry.
Like, I've always had the feeling that you enjoy being mean to me sometimes.
Certainly not, Mindy. Please, I'm not. I don't believe I'm mean towards anyone at the workplace.
Well, I get the feeling that you're jealous of me sometimes.
Jealous? What do you mean? I'm sorry, but Mindy, where is this all coming from?
Well, like, look at me. I'm young and 19. You're old and like totally 40. I know you'd rather be young like me, but do you really have to be so mean to me?
Mindy, I'm not sure if I'm following you here. I'm not in the least bit jealous of you. If you must know, I'm perfectly content with who I am. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think we should get back to work. Don't you think?
Not really. I think we should talk about this, actually. I want to know why you're jealous of me.
Mindy, I told you I'm not, though.
Oh, but you are. You know that I have a fiancé, right? And you're single. Meaning you're a single old lady who just happens to be in charge of me at work. You're in charge of the young, beautiful, soon-to-be married me.
If it's any consolation, I have a fiancé too, Mindy.
No way! You? Who would want to date you?
Mindy, you're being extremely impolite now.
Yeah, well, I don't believe that at all.
Believe what you want. Are we done here?
No.
I still think you're just being mean to me.
Right. And I still don't understand why you would think that.
Well, it looks like since you're in charge of me, you're just taking advantage of that and being mean to me.
Mindy, even if I were to be mean to you, how does this have anything to do with your paid vacations? Please stop this nonsense and get back to work now.
Fine. I'll forgive you, but only this time.
Forgive me? Mindy, what has gotten into you? I won't have you mocking me like this, for goodness sake. No more paid vacations for you, and that's it. We are done here.
Have it your way then. I'm not gonna waste my time talking to an old hag like you. So, bye now. Lucy! Hey there! It's me, the young and sexy 19-year-old girl who happens to work with you at the office.
Right. Good evening, Mindy. What would you like now? FYI, this is outside of business hours, so I hope this is something important.
Oh dear. You sound a bit pissed off. Are you okay? What's wrong?
Nothing, Mindy. What can I do for you?
So, guess what? I'm getting married.
I see. Then, congratulations. That's nice to hear. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, so I'm thinking to invite everyone in the team, including you, of course. You'll come, right?
To your wedding?
Yeah, of course. What else am I talking about?
Well, when is it?
This Sunday.
This Sunday? Well, that's very soon.
Yeah, well, I actually found out that I've got a bun in the oven. And so I wanted to get the wedding done while I can still fit into the wedding dress.
Oh, wow. You're pregnant?
Yup. I bought my wedding dress just yesterday and organized the entire wedding last minute. That's why I had to take so many days off recently.
Ah, for the wedding preparations. I see. Then that makes sense now. I had no idea.
Yeah, so anyway, the wedding preparations are all done now. You guys just have to show up and that's it. Woohoo!
I see.
So it's a pretty low-key, casual wedding. And we're going to rent out a cute Greek restaurant, and so we're having the wedding there with the after party there too.
Ah, Greek restaurant. That sounds nice. So this Sunday, as in 2 days' time, right?
Yup. I'm getting married in 2 days. I know it might be painful for you to see your beautiful young colleague in the most amazing wedding dress. But don't worry. You should be used to having other girls outshine you, right? It'll be over in a day, so let's just have some fun. Yeah?
I don't even know what the most appropriate comment to that would be, so I'm just going to let that one go.
Okay then. As you please.
By the way, Mindy, what'll you be called once you change your last name? We would need to update some official paperwork for the company.
Yeah. It'll change from Mindy Morris to Mindy Granger.
Granger. I see. That's an interesting last name.
Interesting. Why interesting? Anyway, OMG! I can't wait to change my name to Mindy Granger. It sounds so nice, doesn't it? It's got a nice ring to it, don't you think? Oh, wait. I guess you've never been married, so you won't know how this would feel, huh? Whoopsies! Oh, and by the way, when you're at my wedding, I have one favor to ask.
What's that?
Please don't look desperate and throw yourself onto the guys who are gonna come to my wedding. That'll be so embarrassing for me.
Right. I wouldn't worry about that. However, I should say that I'll be saying hello to Mr. Granger.
No! What did I just tell you? I said don't go around checking out other guys. Especially not mine. Jeez.
Trust me, Mindy. I'm not the type of person who steals a husband or takes an interest in committing adultery. Like someone. So you have nothing to worry about. Huh? What do you mean by that? Anyway, my little sister and her children are here, and I better have dinner with them now. Have a good night, Mindy. This conversation has been interesting, to say the least. Okay. Whatever. Anyway, I'll text you the details of my wedding in the company group chat then. Check it out and don't be late to my wedding, boss! Oh, Lucy! Are you here at the restaurant already? I just wanted to say that I know you have to see me in my beautiful wedding dress looking so glam. But I promise this will be over soon. So just bite your lip for a while and let me shine today, okay? And just have fun with it. And remember, don't go throwing yourself onto all the handsome guys in their suits, okay? I know some of them are super handsome, but try to resist them. Capiche? Mindy, you do know that I'm your manager. I've warned you before about speaking in a less casual manner. Show some respect, please. Oh no. Are you in a bad mood already? Please, just contain yourself just for this one day, okay? Are you all ready for your wedding day, then? Let's make sure this is a memorable day for you. Yep. I just got into my wedding dress, actually. You'll love it. And your husband, Mr. Granger? Where is he now? Oh, he's been ready like 100 years ago. Then, is it okay for me to go and say hello to him? I thought it'll be nice to say hi to him out of courtesy. I suppose, but why? You're not going to flirt with him or anything, are you? Honestly, do you really think I'd have the audacity to do that? There's nothing to worry about here. I just wanted to send him my congratulations, in person. His name is Brian Granger, right? Yeah, but how did you know that? I don't think I ever told you his name before. I have a younger sister and she knows him, you see. So I'd better go and say hi. It would be weird if I didn't. Oh, okay then. It's a small world, I guess. If that's the case, then yeah, sure, go ahead. It's not like he'll find any attraction in an older woman like you. Right. Thank you for that. I'm going to get going then. Actually, let me come and join you then. I'm free, so I might as well. But what about not seeing the groom before the wedding? It's bad luck, isn't it? Oh, psh! That's just some random myth. Who believes in that? Anyway, I'll be over there in a minute. All right, then. If you're sure. Lucy? What the hell is going on? Why did I hear that Brian's on the floor begging for you to forgive him? And why aren't you guys letting me inside? Open the darn door! Tell me what's going on! You still haven't realized, Mindy? Realized what? My last name is Bloomberg. Lucy Bloomberg. So what? I have no idea what that means to me. Just let me in. Let me see Brian. Oh, shoot. Wait. You're not... Wait. Is your sister Sarah Bloomberg? As in... Yes, as in your fiancé's ex-wife. Sarah is my younger sister. No way! Yes, Way. But you're way older than her! Just because we've got a bit of an age gap, that doesn't mean that we can't be sisters, right? Oh gosh. No way. So yes, Sarah is my younger sister. I'm sisters with the woman you stole her husband from. Oh, shoot. And now, would you like to now know why Brian's apologizing to me? Why he profusely keeps begging for me to forgive him? I mean, oh gosh. I do want to know, but I can't believe you're her sister. And you're my boss at work. I need a minute to process this. Well, take all the time you want. We're not going anywhere. Also, don't you have something you want to say to Sarah? Do I? Like, what? Well, how about this? Sarah, I'm so sorry for having an affair with your husband and ruining your marriage. That would be a nice start, don't you think?
So you know what happened. You knew about it. You knew and you decided to use it against me on my wedding day? Was this your plan the whole time? To ruin my wedding day like this?
Oh, no, Mindy. I wasn't even thinking of that. That doesn't even come close. I only intended to specifically speak to Brian today because I knew I could catch him today. He always ignores my messages, you see, so even if I ask him to meet up, he usually ignores my messages. So this couldn't have been more perfect. Well, of course, it's too bad that this happens to be on your wedding day.
What? You guys have texted each other before? OMG. I need to breathe. You knew him from before. I still don't believe it. Is that why you said it was interesting when I told you his name before?
Yes. That was when I found out.
So, wait. I'm confused. What did you mean by catch him? Why would you want to speak to him anyway?
So I don't know how much you know about what happened, but I'll try to make this short. When this whole drama with the divorce started, I was actually overseas on a long business trip. So I only found out about what kind of awful person Brian was when I got back home. But at the time, my sister was so upset and depressed that she wasn't open to talk about it. So I never knew much about who exactly he had an affair with.
Okay. Then, how did you find out that it was me?
Well, when you invited me to your wedding by text the other day, my sister happened to be with me reading over my messages.
What the heck? Oh, shoot. That makes sense. But... Okay then, so what? They're divorced now. It's over between them. I thought everything was settled. What does she have to do with me and Brian getting married now? Why can't you just leave us alone?
Well, I would, if I could. But you see, as you know, they have 2 children together. You do know that, right? They're my niece and nephew.
Yeah, I do know about them. And what?
So Brian, being the father, has to pay for child support. And during their divorce settlement, they agreed for him to pay a sum of $1,000 a month. That's hardly enough to cover everything for 2 young children, but that's besides the point, I guess. That's what they agreed on. Yet Brian has been behind in his payments. In fact, he hasn't paid a dime in the past 6 months.
$1,000 a month in child support?
Yes. Well, don't act surprised. Didn't you know about it?
Well, I didn't know, and that's why I'm surprised.
I suppose I assumed that you knew everything.
Well, I don't know. Brian and I don't really talk about that kind of stuff.
So now, can you tell why he's on his knees now? On the brink of crying? As a father, he is obliged to pay for child support by law, and none of us were able to get in touch with him. Do you see why I took today as an opportunity to talk to him?
What? This can't be happening!
Thanks to you inviting me to your wedding, I can now have this long-awaited conversation with him. Oh, I'm sorry for not letting you in the room, but I'd figured it was best if this was just between our family and him.
Are you serious? Oh gosh.
Like you said before, it's such a small world, isn't it?
I don't believe this. So, what happens now?
Well, that's a good question. We'll stay here with Brian until his parents arrive, which should be in a few minutes. Then, we'll discuss this all together again. And don't worry, we have plenty of time before your wedding starts. This will all be over by the time you walk down that aisle. All right?
What? No! It's not all right. And his parents? What are they coming here for? We didn't invite them. They want nothing to do with us, especially me since he got divorced. We haven't spoken to them in ages.
Well, yes, but since we told them about the unpaid child support payments, they decided to get involved. Which is great for us, really.
OMG. His parents are actually coming here.
Yes. They even kindly found Brian a new job.
What? What do you mean? A new job? He has a job already!
Well, he needs to pay the child custody, so what better way to make him pay for it than by getting him a new job where he can work more? His parents found him a nice job at a construction company, apparently.
Construction? But he works in agriculture now.
Exactly. So construction will pay him more. This is also that he can earn a proper living and enough income to pay for his child support, of course. You understand that, right?
You can't just do that! You can't just make him quit his job and force him to work somewhere else!
Oh, but yes, we can. That's why his parents are here, so they can get him to do so. I heard the construction company is quite the conservative type of company, meaning strict rules and hard training. They're even stricter than our company, so it seems. I think that should teach Brian a lesson, and that makes me happy.
No! What the hell is going on?
The company even offered him a room to rent in their company dormitory.
A company dormitory? What the heck is that?
Well, it's mostly for factory workers and sometimes people in construction. And it's just a cost-effective way for both the employees who can live at a cheaper rent and the company that can ensure the staff's attendance. The dorms tend to be located close to the factory, too, so they'll have no excuse to be late to work. Sounds great, right?
No! It sounds like hell! You're not going to let him work there. I won't have it.
Oh? So does that mean you're going to work harder so that you can pay for his child support?
What? That's not what I meant.
Well, what other choice do we have here, Mindy? Anyway, once the wedding is over, you better say your goodbyes to him. He's heading straight to work.
What? That's crazy. Hold on. You do realize that we are just about to have our wedding, right? We're supposed to be off on our honeymoon after this. He's not going anywhere besides heading to the airport with me.
Well, let's be honest here. That's not going to happen anymore, is it? If he had the money to go off on a honeymoon, shouldn't he be spending it on his children who haven't been receiving any money from him? It's too bad about the honeymoon, but it's all about knowing where your priorities lie, isn't it?
What? No! Then, what's going to happen to our honeymoon? I thought we were gonna live together? He hasn't told me any of this, and I haven't agreed to it either.
Well, of course you haven't. Poor thing. You haven't even had the time to talk about it with him. But he's already given us his consent, so I guess that's that.
No!
I'm sure you can move in together once he's caught up with his payments and has a stable income, enough to continue supporting his children until they turn 20.
What the?
It's not as easy marrying someone with children, is it? You really should have thought things through before snatching my sister's husband, Mindy. Being young and pretty doesn't always work unless you also have the brains, you see.
What the hell did you just say to me? Ugh! What the hell? You old hag! Give me my fiancé back! We love each other! Stop ruining it for us!
Well, you should have thought twice when you decided to commit adultery then, shouldn't you? You think you could be happy while ruining someone else's marriage? You're wrong! So think again, you idiot! You honestly have no idea what you've done to our family, do you? Thanks to you, my sister is now a single mother, having to take care of a 1 and 3-year-old all on her own. All because you couldn't keep your hands off a married man.
What the? You're crazy! We're in love!
Oh, in love. You can kiss my behind. What do you know about love? You're 19, for goodness sake.
And what would you know about it? You're as old as my grandma and you're still single. You're an old hag and a mean boss.
If you must know, I'm due to get married next year. And if I happen to pursue a career to get to the title I have today, over having a family, then so be it. I have a career and soon a husband too. I can still have children if I choose to. It's not too late for that. You don't know how advanced technology has come to when it comes to conceiving these days. And even if I don't have children, I have 2 beautiful nieces and nephews to protect and take care of. Now that they don't have a father, the more reason it gives me to be a better aunt to them. And with that said, Mindy, I will never forgive you for what you've done to my family. You've hurt the ones I love, and whether we work in the same company or not, I will forever loathe you. You must understand that much.
OMG, this is so stupid! I don't even know what to say here. You're just an evil, wicked witch!
I'll be waiting for your wedding to be over. You can come and see me then, if you wish to talk to me. Good luck with the wedding then. So it turned out that out of 50 guests, only less than 10 showed up. Most of them were waiting at the restaurant, but once they found out all the drama, they decided to turn back. I guess they felt they had no reason to celebrate after what Mindy and Brian had done, after all. A marriage after having an affair isn't exactly celebratory, is it? 2 of my colleagues showed up after Mindy begged them to come. And to add fuel to the fire, Mindy and Brian had a huge argument that blew up and got quite physical. Mindy threw things at him, and somewhere during this fight, her wedding dress got ruined. Everything was rented out, which meant she had to pay for the damages herself. So it looks like Brian isn't the only one who has to make payments now. Poor Mindy with her growing belly. Apparently, she also started working as a construction worker at the same construction company that Brian is working at. I heard that she'll be working there until right before she goes on maternity leave. Let's just hope that at least Brian will be able to support all of the children in his life. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please like it and see you in the next one.